Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Friday. Who's excited about Friday? Woohoo! Good morning. I see y'all are already excited in the house. Y'all are saying great Friday morning. Good morning, Linda. Good to see you this morning. Good morning, Miss Lori. Hey, girl. I missed you yesterday. I saw you came in the comments though. So I hope you're doing good. I saw pictures of your new hair and this looks good. You got your hair did. It look good, girl. Good morning, Miss Jillian, my sister. Good to see you in the house this morning. I hope y'all are doing good today. Y'all, I have to tell y'all, I was up till 2 o'clock this morning. I was supposed to be working, but see what had happened was my mama found this new show on the TV and she ain't had to work today. So she called herself staying up till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning watching this show. And I just went in for a few minutes and I got like sucked into it. And it was a Swamp People special marathon on hunting snakes in the Everglades. Y'all, I never thought in a million years I would sit for any amount of time and watch a show about a bunch of Cajuns hunting snakes in the Everglades. Pythons, y'all know they taken over in the Everglades. So they done sent the Cajun boys down there to get them. It was the funniest show I've ever seen. I swear to you, I was laughing. And I was like, because they were screaming like little girls when those snakes would lunge at them. They was like, ah! And I just couldn't stop watching it. So then, I was having to pray over my mind, like, Lord, get these images of snakes out of my head so I can go to sleep. Oh my goodness. Oh, are y'all talking about me chasing squirrels already? It's Friday. Y'all know we chase squirrels on Friday. Yee! And y'all know the Swamp People, they are entertaining. If y'all don't watch the Swamp People, y'all should. Because you might learn a thing or two. See, I done learned if you in the woods and your snake boots ain't thick enough, that you can get some palmetto leaves and you can cut them and you can wrap them around your legs and make snake chaps. That's what the boys called them. They called them snake chaps. I'm like, you ain't got nothing but a palm leaf on your leg. What are you call snake chaps? Oh my gosh. But hey, who knows? You might be in the woods one day and need you some snake chaps, and now you know how to make them. Just cut them off and tie them around your legs. Hey, and it worked out good because this one dude on there, a snake bit him. And if he hadn't had his snake chaps with those palm leaves on, snake might would have made it through. But the snake chaps saved him. Homemade snake chaps saved him. Alright, enough about the Swamp People. What are we going to be here and talk about today? We are going to talk about, see, I was testing y'all. I was making y'all be patient for what we're going to talk about. Because we're going to talk about patience that endures. Patience that endures. Now, y'all remember that we have... Good morning, Melody. Good to see you in the house this morning. Y'all remember that we have been talking about... we've been talking about the thing. Fruits of the Spirit. Thank you. Let me head over to that in Galatians. Y'all gonna see the decree for a second because I forgot to hide it. But here we go. Galatians 5:22-23 is kind of the foundation of what we've been talking about here. But the fruit produced by the Holy Spirit within you is divine love in all its varied expressions. Joy that overflows. We covered that one. Peace that subdues. We covered that one. And today we're talking about patience that endures. And then later we're going to talk about kindness in action, a life full of virtue, faith that prevails, gentleness of heart, and strength of spirit. Never set the law above these qualities, for they are meant to be limitless. So today We're going to talk about patience. Now, I know you guys have heard it said patience is a virtue. A virtue of what? It is a virtue of love. Remember, we're talking about all of the different varied expressions of love, and patience that endures comes up as one of the varied expressions of love. And it shows up in some other places too that we're going to talk about in just a minute. But let's think about patience for a minute. So when you think about being patient, it's not just the ability to wait, but it's the ability to wait well. So it's not actually so much that you're waiting, but how are you waiting that matters when it comes to talking about patience. So what's your attitude while you're waiting? Are you frustrated? Are you mad? Are you banging the steering wheel because the red light won't change and you're in a hurry? Ah! Get me there! Change already! Are you frustrated because your appointment with the doctor was at 8:30 and it's now 9:45 and you're still sitting in the lobby? What are you being impatient about? Y'all, I think I would have left the doctor and made me another appointment at that time because he's already behind. He needs some help. I'll help him out and go back home and come back later. Okay, so what does the Bible say about patience? The Bible says a few things. Let's look at one. Which one we got up here? Let's see. Proverbs 15:18. A touchy, hot-tempered man picks a fight, but the calm, patient man knows how to silence strife. The calm, patient man knows how to silence strife. So y'all remember yesterday we talked a little bit about that story where peace, that love expressed could bring peace that calms anger. Well, this verse kind of supports that too, but it brings it in on the patience side of things, where if someone is calm and patient, then that calmness and patience that they're displaying can silence any disputes or disagreement that would come by somebody who maybe not be so calm. They might be a little antsy, I like to call it, hot-tempered, trying to pick a fight. But someone who's patient, they can deal with that. They can calm it down and speak peace into that situation. Good morning, Susan. Good to see you in the house. Already dropping the comment loves for everybody. All right, so then after that, we got some Romans 8:25. So Romans 8:25 says this, so because our hope is set on what is yet to be seen, we patiently, there's that word again, keep on waiting for its fulfillment. So our hope is set on what is yet to be seen. So being patient helps us wait for the promises and maintain that hope for those things that are yet to come. Somebody say yet to come. What else does the Bible say? Galatians 6:9 says, and don't allow yourselves to be weary or disheartened in planting good seeds. For the season of reaping the wonderful harvest you've planted is coming. Don't allow yourselves to be weary or disheartened in planting good seeds. So a sign of impatience or a lack of patience then would be weariness, disheartened, like discouragement, like, man, this ain't going to happen. I've been waiting all this time, all these years. I've done all this hard work and nothing's coming from it. They just want to, give up because they're not seeing the results yet. But remember, patience, when patience is there, you're thinking about what is to come and what is ahead. The reward is coming. You just have to be willing to wait for it. You can't plant a seed today and eat an orange tomorrow. You have to wait for the tree to grow and mature to the point that it can produce fruit. So you do today what in anticipation of what you're hoping for tomorrow. Okay, does that make sense? Somebody give me some loves in the comments. Let me know. Wait for the promises. Wait. Somebody say wait. Wait well with a good attitude for what is Yet to come. You got it, Linda. For what is yet to come. All right, moving on, moving on. What else does the Bible say? What else does it say? The Bible say this. It say love. Remember we talked about love, the virtues of love, and that's what we're continuing to talk about, because all of these fruit of the Spirit are simply the attributes of love expressed in its varied forms, right? And then we looked at 1 Corinthians the other day and compared that and said love is what? Love is. Well, guess what the first thing that they mention is? Look, it's on the screen right there in front of you. Love is large and incredibly patient. It's incredibly patient. So it's the very first thing that is mentioned in the list of what love is, of what virtue is. It is the very first thing mentioned. Incredibly patient. I thought that was interesting that it's the first one mentioned. That's, you know why? Because sometimes love might have to wait a long time. And so you're going to have some patience that endures. Y'all ever love somebody, maybe your kids or a family member, and they showing out and not acting right, and you're just like praying for them and believing God that everything's going to work out and be okay, and you just have to be incredibly patient. You have to have patience that endures to see that loved one get things right. You know what I'm saying? Get things right or bring them back into order. So love is large and incredibly patient. All right, next up, what we got? Psalm 41. I waited and waited and waited some more. Anybody ever feel like that? You ever waited and waited and waited some more? That's okay. Remember, the Bible says that a day to the Lord is as a 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as a day. So you ain't been waiting nothing but a minute, boo. If 1,000 years is a day and you've been waiting 20 years, you ain't been waiting nothing but a minute, boo. Somebody put that in the comments. Nothing but a minute. I waited and waited and waited some more, patiently knowing God would come through for me. Then, at last, he bent down and he listened to my cry. Jesus, please help me. Help me, Jesus. Help me, God. Help me. He bent down and he listened to my cry. He said, what's going on? What's up, boo? He listened. So I waited and waited and waited some more. So when you wait, just remember, when you are waiting, that God is always going to come through. Another translation of this where it says, then he bent down and listened to my cry. Another translation says that he came through for me. And so remember, God is always going to come through for you. Why? Because he is incredibly patient and has a lot of loves for you. Somebody say, God's got loves. God's got loves for you. All right, one more verse we'll look at, and then we'll hop into some other thoughts. Somebody say other thoughts on patience. Still on topic. No more squirrels. We already chased them. All right, Colossians 3:12. You are always and dearly loved by God. So robe yourselves with virtues of God. ... That means I left some stuff out because it wouldn't all fit on the slide. Be merciful as you endeavor to understand others. Okay. And be compassionate. Okay. Showing kindness toward all. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's real nice. Somebody say that's real nice. Be gentle and humble. Uh-oh. Unoffendable in your patience with others? What? Unoffendable in your patience with others. That means God's saying here, don't get offended in your patience. And y'all know that's kind of what impatience is. When we're impatient with something, we're kind of offended. we're getting irritable, we're frustrated. I mean, think about how you feel, all of the things inside that you feel when you feel impatient. It's that frustration and even some agitation and anger, but really it's kind of offense, isn't it? When I read it in this translation, I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, it is kind of an offended type feeling." What are you offended by? Offended that, the car in front of you is not moving off the green light fast enough? Or that your kids or loved ones or family members or spouse or parents or brothers or sisters, that somebody in the family's not, doing what we think they ought to be doing or complying with the rules and regulations of society to keep their booties out of jail. I mean, what is really happening and what is the situation and why are we offended by it to the point that we are allowing our emotions to get out of whack over whatever this thing is? So unoffendable in your patience with others. That one's interesting, wouldn't you think? I think so. I like that one. So we want to be unoffendable in our patience with others. That's okay. I'll wait, and I ain't gonna be offended by it neither. I ain't gonna be offended by it either. Other verses that I don't have up here say things like, you can wear patience as a coat, be clothed in patience. So put it on like a coat and wear it. Wear it well. You know you can wear it well. Come on. Good morning, Lisa. Good to see you in the house. How's that baby doing, Lisa? I see you holding it. I see you holding it. How's the baby? Let us know. Little grandbaby there. Lisa's got a new grandbaby, y'all. Say congratulations, Lisa. Thank you for the fire loves, Jillian. I love it, my sister. Thank you. All right, now that we done talk all about patience for a minute here, now we're going to talk about how to wait well and be patient, because remember, patience is not the fact that you're waiting, but it's how you're waiting. What is your attitude in the midst of it? How are you making the most of the time that you're having to wait? So, how can we wait well? First, I'm going to give you, I don't know, a handful of tips here. Handful. They're bulleted, not numbered, so I don't know how many they are. So, the first thing that you can do is to recognize the symptoms of impatience when you're starting to feel that. And we talked about that just a second ago there, about what are some of the emotions that you can feel, like irritability or kind of starting to get a bad attitude or frustration. So those are some of the emotions that you can start to feel. So the first thing really you want to do when you're looking at developing a greater sense of patience is to learn to recognize those symptoms before they get to the point that you're, everybody around you seeing them. So you feel them emotionally first before they manifest externally for everybody around you. Now, oh, they're a little impatient, I think. Somebody need to give them a patience pill. They forgot to take their meds this morning. So learning to recognize those symptoms before everybody around you sees them and helps you recognize them. Okay, and then once you recognize them, just, take a step back, pause, and breathe deeply, very deeply. Y'all know breath is the substance of life. So sometimes when your emotions get wonky or out of whack like that, and irritability and frustration and anger and all of that starts to set in, if you just breathe right, focus on your breathing and get that under control, it'll help squash down or get rid of or release. That's the word I'm looking for. Release some of that negative or toxic emotion that you're feeling. So sometimes just taking a few deep breaths and reminding yourself it's going to be okay. Just find something positive to say in your mind about the situation as you're breathing. Everything's going to be all right. I'll get there on time. It's going to be all good. And let it out. It's all good. Breathe in how good it is, and breathe out all the stuff that you're feeling. The stuff. Somebody say the stuff. All right. So breathe all of that out. Stop, pause, pray, Jillian says. I love it. I love it. Stop, pause. And the pause is to breathe. Pray, Jesus, help me. Help me not kill him, Lord. Help me not rear end this car in front of me. Tawanda! Y'all remember that from Fried Green Tomatoes? Tawanda! I'm older and I have more insurance. Y'all know she had a Mary Kay sticker on the back of the car, don't you? Oh, man. Take some deep breaths, encourage yourself, remain calm. The next thing, then become aware of why you're feeling impatient anyway in the first place. Ask yourself, why am I even frustrated about this? Like, why am I letting my emotions get all worked up because of whatever the situation is? You know, sometimes it can be simple stuff like, you know, I've joked a few times now about the car in front of you at the red light that, you know, it's taking their sweet time moving when it turns green. Or even just getting stopped by all the traffic lights. Y'all ever been driving down the road and you're maybe running a little bit late and you're like, oh, I hope I catch them all green. I hope I catch them all green. And you catch them all red. Because you know if you catch one red between here and there, you're going to get them all red. Because they all synced up in the time, right? So it's like, oh, let it be green, let it be green. Oh, no, it's red. You just added 20 minutes to your trip because now you got to stop at the 17 red lights between where you are and where you want to be. Just take a deep breath and then ask yourself, why am I so frustrated about this? Okay, so, all right, well, I'm running behind. That's my fault. It's not the fault of every car on the road in front of me. I shouldn't have hit the snooze button that last time. Okay, okay, so what's the worst thing that can happen? I'm running 5 minutes late. Okay, well, I prefer not to be late, and the people I'm meeting prefer for me not to be late, but it is what it is, and so it's not worth getting worked up over. Just shoot them a text message since I'm sitting here at the red light anyway. Let them know, hey, stuck in traffic, gonna be 5 minutes late. It's all good. And then relax and enjoy the ride. You know? So become aware of why you're feeling impatient in the first place, and then just ask yourself those questions to see what is the actual trigger, what is the fear or the thought behind the feeling of impatience. Maybe you're waiting for something someone else told you they were going to do. You're waiting for a promise to be fulfilled by someone. Well, ask yourself, why am I upset about this situation? Like, okay, well, it's out of my control anyway. I can't force this thing to happen faster. So how about I just be patient and enjoy the process and entertain myself otherwise while I wait? And good morning, April. Well, you drive careful, girl. You say you listening while you driving. Just don't be trying to type messages while you driving. I hope you at the red light. Oh, Lord, April be driving with her knees and putting on makeup with one hand, eating a biscuit with the other. She's got talent. She is multi-talented. She got long legs to use with the steering wheel. She'll be like, biscuit, makeup. She's talented. 80 miles an hour down the Arizona freeways. Oh, April's a great driver. She just scares me a little bit. I love you, April. Aww. Just be careful. Seriously though, be careful. You know I'm messing with you, playing around a little bit, but please be careful. I love you. I love you, and I don't want nothing to happen to you. I love you, man. All right, so be aware of why you feel impatient, and then deal with that. Deal with that root in yourself. So turn your impatience into some personal self-growth time and deal with your issues. Figure out what your triggers are and how you can reverse engineer those triggers. So, some things you can do to distract yourself when you're feeling impatient to help the time move forward a little bit. Just find something else to entertain you. Listen to a podcast. If you're in a position that you can take a walk, take a walk. Get out and move some of that frustration around. Use it as fuel to, exercise rather than, stay locked up in your chest and make you feel stressed out and grouchy. Play a game on your phone, like if you're in a waiting room or something. Just, check your email, scroll through social media, play a game on your phone, make a shopping list, whatever you need to do. Utilize the time. Be productive with it if you can, or if, you're tired of being productive and you just need to de-stress, do something fun, like play a game or scroll through social media and like everybody's little, memes or whatever. Accept what you can't change and just let it go. Let it go. Okay, and finally, we're going to wrap it up with this. Just remember the goal. What is the end goal? What is it that you're waiting for? What is going to be the reward at the end of the wait? So focus on the reward at the end of the wait, because that is going to be what gives you that little extra oomph, oomph that you need to get over the hump of waiting. And then, you can always offload those things that stress you out, like outsource them things, boo. Delegate the task and give it to someone else, or just ask someone to come help you do. If it's not something that you can delegate 100%, then just get somebody to come help you do whatever it is that, you impatiently need accomplished. So that is just a few ways that you can wait well and develop or practice your patience. So yes, Lisa says hobbies are wonderful. Linda says let go and let God. Jillian's, oh yes, the fried green tomatoes. Mary Kay loved that. She said, isn't God amazing? All that free publicity. I love it. That cracks me up. Yes, be aware of why you're getting worked up. Thank you, Lisa. Good info. Oh, Lisa's getting some love in the comments. Congratulations, Lisa. What a precious grandbaby. Blessings from heaven. Some more congrats for Lisa from Melody and Linda and Susan. Aww. She says, so sweet. So sweet. The little grandbaby's so sweet. Aren't they precious? That's something else that you can do. Just think of something that you love a lot when you start to feel impatient. Just, Lisa, next time you feel impatient, just get a picture of that little grandbaby in your face, and you'll go, aww. And it'll just melt your heart and melt away all that ice that's trying to make you feel grumpy. Say, no more Mr. Grumpy Pants. And thank you for this one, Susan, for sure. Focusing on the end goal and the reward that is at the end of the wait. So, all right, what are we going to do now? Y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to anchor it. We're going to decree it. And it is Friday. Friday. Here we go. Decree time. Let me get it up on the screen. Here we are. I decree I will wear patience as a coat and practice waiting well. I know when I develop the virtue of patience, I am growing in love, and there is great reward at the end. One more time. I decree I will wear patience as a coat and practice waiting well. I know when I develop the virtue of patience, I am growing in love, and there is great reward at the end. There you go. That's it. So we're going to work on developing patience that endures. And mostly we're talking here about the promises of God and the things that you've been believing for in your life. I know I made light with some silliness and red light humor today. But really, the true patience comes when you're waiting on the promises of God, or you're waiting on those dreams to be fulfilled. And so I just want to encourage you guys today to wait well and to keep the good attitude. And if you find your attitude slipping a little bit, reel it back in. Say, come back here, attitude. Reel it on back in. Make it right. Make it stand out and be good. Um, you guys are awesome and I love you. It's Friday. And we've already played a little bit in the comments and whatnot. But y'all know I love you guys. And we'll pick it back up on Monday. And I think I've about decided and determined what we can do. Look at that hair. Stray hair. Stray hair. That we can do with the holiday schedule. So I'll be updating you guys on that on Monday. And what Inspire with Fire schedule is going to look like for the rest of the year. And we'll get that up and going. And I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing weekend. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, share. Head over to inspirewithfire.tv for the archives and for the replays. You can check out my website at kristaabbott.com. You can check out the merch at kingdom818.com. And if you would like to make a donation, you can do that at kristaabbott.com/give or via Cash App at $Dr. Krista. Donations are not required, but they are appreciated. And I hope that you guys know that. Thank you to those of you who have given over the time period that we've been doing this. Many of you have, and I say thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And pray for you, all of you, either way, whether you give or not. But I do pray over those gifts as they come in and ask for God to bless you and bless your seed that you have planted into His good soil. So, but I do hope you guys have a fabulous weekend and get your Christmas shopping done. If you're doing it, hey, I've always been an online shopper, so, not much different for me. But I know for a lot of people, shopping may look a little different this year, but have fun with it anyway. You can do it. So, but if you're doing online shopping, you better get it done. You better get it done soon. Don't wait till the last minute. You can't do Christmas Eve shopping if you're shopping online. How many people are Christmas Eve shoppers? Be running up to the mall closes at 8 o'clock and you'll be running in at 7:30 trying to buy all your presents in 30 minutes. Oh man, I know some people like that. Most of the time they're gift card givers. Oh, yes. Thank you, Lori, for that reminder. I do plan to do that this weekend. It is at the top of my list because a few of you are waiting for to see the new designs to choose your t-shirt. Let's see, who do we have waiting? Let me find my list of people here. I got it written down. I know Lori is waiting. Ruthie, Betsy, Melody, and / Nora. Susan, I think you have been taken care of. Linda, we still need to figure out what to do with you on what you won. So message me in Messenger. And for those of you who are waiting for merch specifically, though, you that t-shirt thing, getting that situated is at the top of the list this weekend. So y'all know what I'll be doing tomorrow. working on getting the website updated. Integrations between the vendor and the store. So, but anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Chase some squirrels. Have a little fun. Laugh a lot. Life's too short not to laugh. And laughter is good for the soul, like medicine. So I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. I'm rambling at this point, and it is 8:44 for me. So I got to go. I love you. Be blessed. And may the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May He turn His face toward you and give you peace. I'll see you on Monday. Bye.